Hello and welcome to our first Essex Senior League highlight show of the season, in conjunction with our partners iSport Analysis. It has been a long wait for the off-season to be over, and the opening slate of games did not disappoint. In today's video we've got 3 games that feature 2 teams expected to be challenging for the title, a very dramatic finish, and of course lots and lots of goals. Without further ado, let's get to the action.
Michael Mignot, number 8, Callum Loss, number 9, Hakim Medfay, number 10.
Saffron Walden Town hosted West Essex for their season opener, looking for a good result that would kickstart a campaign on which they hope to build on their strong 4th place finish from last season. West Essex meanwhile ended last year in 13th.
Number 16, Mihal Didon, number 17, Najid Abo, and number 18, Azuna Gedi Azawaki. Just a slight change, number 4 is Red.
The game got off to an energetic start as Lewis Francis exploited a hole in the West Essex defence, only to misplace his final ball. West Essex responded as Joe Lefley rounded an oncoming Neil O'Sullivan, but his delivery was turned behind for a corner, from which Kofi Apaya headed over the bar. After a brief scare in which Ryan Fleming clumsily played the ball behind his own goalkeeper, Saffron Walden began to take control of the match. Aaron Thomas had the ball in the net following some excellent one-touch build-up play, but was correctly ruled out by the linesman's flag. Winning the ball in midfield, the hosts played in Gavin Cockman, only for the striker to fire straight at Jack Coker in the West Essex goal. After heading just wide from a corner, Saffron Walden took the lead that they deserved. Again pouncing on a loose midfield ball, the well-placed long pass found Francis, who did well to hold off the defender before slotting past Coker to put the hosts in front. Saffron Walden remained on the ascendancy and appeared to have doubled their lead when a long throw was flicked on and then put into his own net by Sanchez Hardy. The celebrations were cut short, however, as the referee disallowed the goal following a brief consultation with the linesman. More chances would come in the shape of a Greg Strong header and a Francis strike that were both well handled by Coker, preventing Saffron Walden from going in at the half with more than a 1-goal advantage. Early in the second half, the visitors drew level as Hakim Medfay's long ball was poorly dealt with, allowing Cameron Gray to poke the ball past O'Sullivan. West Essex now had the wind in their sails and soon had a chance to take the lead when Medfay was clumsily dragged down in the box by O'Sullivan. Callum Bloss stepped up to comfortably convert the spot kick, giving the visitors the lead with just over 20 minutes to play.
I was wanted to go there.
To be fair, that does sound like a nice day.
With time running out, Fleming had a free header from a long-range free kick that flashed just wide, while at the other end, West Essex failed to put the game away with a tame effort on goal. Entering stoppage time, Saffron Walden were awarded a free kick on the very edge of the penalty area. Spike Bell's powerful effort went through the wall, proving too strong for the gloves of Coker and appearing to give Saffron Walden the point that their first half dominance had deserved.
Goal for Saffron Walden, number 2, Spike Bell!
Nothing alive will it have for the last couple of minutes?
However, as we know, things are rarely that simple in football. Sloppy defensive play allowed West Essex to play in Michael Mignot, the goal machine from last season, firing brilliantly past O'Sullivan to restore the visitors' lead.
No, come on! Where's Miles?
Perhaps justifiably, the goal was celebrated like a last-minute winner, but there was to be yet another sting in the tail. A 97th minute corner was swung to the back post, where it was nodded home by Fleming, rescuing a point for the hosts and bringing an end to a brilliant season opener.
Goal for Saffron Walden, number 4, Ryan Fleming!
3 stoppage time goals and enough twists in the narrative to rival an M. Night Shyamalan film. Once the dust has settled, both teams will probably see the draw as a fair result, happy to begin the season avoiding defeat. Kitchener Road was the venue for a game between two sides who found themselves at opposite ends of the table last season. Walthamstow were in the title race for much of the year before finishing 3rd, while Tower Hamlets finished in 16th, though further away in points from the relegation zone than their league position suggests. Walthamstow were immediately on the front foot, peppering the Tower Hamlets goal, Billy Jones coming closest as his chipped effort bounced back off the post. Tower Hamlets keeper Kem Tamur was adjudged to have fouled Jones in the process, and the referee pointed to the spot. Dwayne James sent the keeper the wrong way, marking Walthamstow's early dominance with a goal.
So you can have a target man. Yeah, that striker is sick as well. Target man. He just run through, no skill.
Tower Hamlets had a half chance when Miles Afawape fired wide, but from there the ball was right back at the other end, the hosts finding plenty of shooting positions but struggling to hit the target with consistency.
Yeah, they're all experienced. Like the only young guy is that guy on left wing. It's a goal.
That would change just before the half-hour mark when Benjamin Crilly headed home the corner of the back post to give Walthamstow a two-goal cushion.
That's what I'm saying. 28. Go on. All the possession, no skill, just run. Proper workhorse. I feel like, in this league, that's all you just need fitness.
The third almost arrived in identical fashion. This time it was Emil Aiken's head that met the corner, but once again the woodwork was on hand to deny the home side. The third goal was not long in waiting, however, and it would come in an embarrassing way for Timor. After comfortably collecting a long-range effort, he took too long to play the ball out, allowing Jones to charge down his clearance and block it into the back of the Tower Hamlets net.
Oh my God. No way. Oh my Lord. The first one is 30, and then the second one is 31. 30. You don't even need to have all these skills, nothing. You know where these lot would be good, like a 23s league. Yeah, that's when they'll be good. But everyone tries to play football.
Timor would go some of the way towards redeeming himself shortly after, doing well to turn a powerful long-range effort from Aiken over the bar.
They're going to score like 5 set pieces.
Walthamstow's fourth, not long before half-time, would be a thing of beauty. Samraj Gebrai raced down the right wing and appeared to have been muscled off the ball before winning it back, wrong-footing a second defender and finding Jones at the back post, who sumptuously flicked the ball over to Moore and tapped the ball into the empty net. His first goal may have been somewhat of a fluke, but his second is an early goal of the month contender.
No way. Knowing your place is already cement. You need to do too much. That's important when you play with no pressure. These lot are playing with. I don't play with. No. Yes.
There you go.
It was more of the same in the second half, Timor needing strong gloves to deny Jones his hat-trick.
You step up. Get a shot.
Shoot.
Get a shot.
Shoot.
Tower Hamlets would then enjoy a brief flurry of chances, their best effort coming from a long-range Daniel Noeledim strike that gave Walthamstow keeper James Brasgrove his first action of the match.
Hit it! Rebound! Second! The man jump in!
That's a goal.
Clear it! Go on, Lee.
Tower Hamlets held out for 20 minutes in the second half before finally succumbing to number 5. Gebrai cut out a poor defensive pass, racing goalward before playing in Aiken, the cross finding James to fire into the top corner.
Time to go long and there's time to play short.
23. like 2 hours to get there. Like, because all the matches, they play the match in Chippendale, they play the South London leagues and stuff like that.
Gebre's pace was proving a real problem for Tower Hamlets, the winger consistently beating defenders to the byline before cutting dangerous passes back into the penalty area. Walthamstow's well-worked sixths came from a short corner, Vinnie Murphy's long cross finding an unmarked Jack Grosvenor at the back post to nod the ball home.
Wow. It's so simple. 30-10. Like the last match you played against Leeds, they were a good team. But they put him out in the wing, and they used to defend it, but he's normally
James and Jones were now both on hat-tricks, and both were denied by Timur during a frantic goalmouth scramble. A chance at a consolation for the visitors was wasted when the ball fell to Anthony Foulkes unmarked in the area, only for the midfielder to send it high over the bar.
Yeah, they've got his number, isn't it? They've got his number. Be greedy. Yeah.
The icing would be put on the cake in the 90th minute, as a long throw was poorly dealt with by Tower Hamlets, allowing substitute Ryan Reid to rifle the ball into the back of the net.
44, 30. Yeah, he wants to drive, You get the ball, he wants to move with it. You know he can't fit it back because they can't put it back. But it's low, right? Can't give it a ball in plastic. They ain't got a fuss. Carry the team, lead the line, end the story. They're not fuss. And everyone knows it.
Mercifully for Tower Hamlets, the final whistle soon came, ending their miserable season opener. Walthamstow, meanwhile, couldn't have asked for a much better way to open the campaign, one in which they will be considered amongst the favourites for the title. Stansted would be considered favourites to take the Essex Senior League title following a campaign in which they finished second and were still in with a chance of winning the league on the final day. They opened their season away to an Ilford team looking to build on a respectable mid-table finish. Stansted with the livelier team early on, Jack Mitchell's thunderous volley seeming destined for the far corner before being diverted wide by Ilford keeper Hugo Rossetti. His opposite number James Yellen would soon have work to do himself, needing to be at full stretch to deny an Ilford cross flying into his net. The home side were restricted to long-range efforts while Stansted were more threatening, Rossetti again on hand to push a strong header past the post. The breakthrough would come from the ensuing corner, Jack West rising highest to head Stansted into the lead with half-time approaching.
Also goal.
Ilford would turn up the pressure in the second half, but much like in the first, their long-range shots did little to trouble Yellen in the Stansted goal. Yellin would be forced into a couple of decent saves, denying Ilford an equaliser as his own team seemed fairly content to sit on their lead. For all their hard work, Ilford were unable to draw level, giving title favourite Stansted an opening day victory. Elsewhere in the Essex Senior League, Clapton's game against Hoddesdon was postponed due to pitch availability, while Hadley put 5 past Enfield and Redbridge won comfortably against St Margaret's. Walthamstow will amazingly not be top of the table after the first game, as Woodford Town beat their goal tally by 1 against Sawbridgeworth, while Sporting Bengal beat Southend Manor and League newcomers Cockfosters were beaten by Takeley.
Thank you so much for watching this exciting start to the season. See you next week.